Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird.
Breast milk is recommended for every newborn that is healthy for the first 6 months of life. It's also the recommended milk for preterm babies. Not just UNICEF, worldwide, even the American Association of Pediatrics recommends using human milk for term healthy newborns. Breast milk is the only food that is complete and sufficient enough for the growth of a child, in the sense that it contains all the necessary nutrients a child needs. It contains the carbohydrate, the protein, the fat and oil, the necessary minerals and vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin D, even vitamin B1 to 2, 3, 6, and 12. And then it contains all the necessary minerals that it needs like iron, calcium, phosphorus, zinc, and all these nutrients are complete in the breast milk and is sufficient for the growth of a child. Oh, breast milk has many benefits, starting with the initial milk in the first 24 hours, the colostrum. So it's highly essential that mothers are aware that as soon as the baby is born, within the first hour, you're supposed to encourage lactation or they put the baby to the breast to be able to benefit from that first milk, that's colostrum. It's thick and yellowish. It is easily digested by them. Their stomach is not so strong, so they can easily digest it and then it can be absorbed by their body. Secondly, it does not take an elaborate time or process to process the food or to prepare the food.
It gives bonding between the mother and the child. It helps involution of the uterus, quick involution of the uterus. It helps in shaping the mother in the sense that to every ounce of milk produced, the mother loses 20 calories. So it helps to shape the mother. Then it prevents breast cancer if there's proper breastfeeding. It helps in the prevention of ovarian cancer too.
It is very cheap and it saves the family a lot of money because while you're breastfeeding, you are safe from buying several types of infant formulas or anything. Studies have been done that have shown that with breast milk, it reduces the risk for a child to develop severe lower respiratory tract infections. It helps to reduce incidence of atopic dermatitis, asthma, even things like sudden infant death syndrome there, and necrotizing enterocolitis. It helps to reduce the incidence of it. So it's so beneficial for the newborn.
There should be a trained health provider to teach the mothers what to be done, because breastfeeding is the best so far. So we need to prevent. We need to teach the mother how to sit while she wants to breastfeed. How to hold the baby is very important. She must not pull herself to the baby. She must pull the baby to herself. So she must sit comfortably with the second hand under the bum of the baby, the head at the hollow of the hand. The breast must be held with the 4 fingers under the breast and the thumb to hold the breast on top. So that when the baby is sucking, the lips must be at the black area of the breast, not to grasp the nipple. So that when the lips move on the black area, the nipple is already inside. So as the lips bounce on the black area, the milk will just be going inside the baby's mouth. So they must have time not to feed the baby in a hurry, because our mothers, they are always in a hurry. They should sit down comfortably, carry the baby well, talk with the baby as they are feeding the baby, then the baby feel relaxed and will be able to suck well. It even helps in the production of milk if they are not stressful.
Mama's gonna buy you a car and a bowl.
For a situation where a mother really cannot breastfeed, I think less than 5% of women have that problem. But even in that circumstance, we encourage the mother to express the milk and give it to the child.
Yes, we see cracked nipples, we see breast engorgements. We treat them if the cracking is much, because they may not come on time. Usually they start treating themselves at home. But if the cracking is much, that the nipples are bleeding, then we advise that mother to rest the nipple, treat the nipple, then something else can be introduced because the baby needs to eat.
In my own experience, you may, because the child should not go without feeding, but it will only be on a temporary basis to supplement with cow's milk, but only in, and usually those babies are maybe a child that is very ill or a child who's lost a mother. So we may not have an alternative, but like I keep saying, it's still in the minority of cases.
If a mother has untreated tuberculosis, it's not advisable. For the meantime, the mother will be advised to see the doctor, and pending the time, artificial feed may be introduced. For a psychiatric mother on drugs, then definitely artificial feed will be introduced.
Mama's gonna buy you.
We are encouraging 6 months exclusive breastfeeding. So for the first 4 months, iron might be sufficient. 5 months, 6 months, the iron store is reducing. Even some other nutrients like sodium will also be reducing. So this is when you tend to introduce some supplements for mothers, and at the same time, that's when the baby will now be transformed into, be weaned. Let's say weaned. That's the normal one they usually say before, but we now call it complementary feeding. So that's when it's sufficient for you to now make sure that the iron content of the supplementary food is also sufficient for the child at that time. So, and the good thing is that researches are going on here and every day, and they've been able to improve on some of these infant formulas, such that the iron content is improved, the protein content, the whey casein ratio, that is the digestible part of their own infant formula, is also improved. The biological factors that could help the baby to be protected from any form of disease also improved.